the culture is never funny, right? Because the culture is totally serious, right? The culture is like absolutely the way things are and can never change and can never, ever be the subject of a joke, right? Which is like the most threatening thing in the world to somebody in power is humor, is a joke, is being ridiculed and undermined. So the counterculture is the funny one, right? So therefore the phenomenon of a Saturday Night Live or something like that, which was all, which was irreverent. It was irreverent and funny because it was challenging the dominant culture. And especially if you go back and watch the original Saturday Night Lives from like the 1975, I watched the very first one a while ago just to see it. I'd never seen it. And literally it's like what they used to call it. What was it? They had these terms like sit in. And then I think they had like, I don't know, what was it? Like love in, but it was literally like, it was like a circular thing. Everyone was just like all hippies. It was just like 100% hippies. And then they're basically sitting, it's a circular stage and they're literally all sitting around with their legs crossed as these young kids come out with all these irreverent counterculture jokes. Of course, in our time, we could debate when the inversion happened, but it certainly happened by Obama and probably before that, where, it flipped and the counterculture became the culture.
Yeah. When Stephen Colbert stopped being funny or Jon Stewart stopped being funny.
Yeah, when that kind of comedy went from there's actually a term, when it went from laughter to what they call claptor. Yeah. Right? Actually, comedians talk about this. There's two responses. There's two responses to comedian on stage from the audience. One is you can get laughter and the other is you can get applause. Yeah. And if you're a real comedian, you always want laughter and you're horrified if you ever get applause. Because if you see applause, it implies that you have said something that basically where you want approval from the audience. And basically, right? Where you're appealing to the dominant norms.